What are the 5 signs that you are an old soul, and what is an old soul anyway? Dr. Michael Newton, who did over 7,000 studies bringing people into their past lives using past life regression hypnotherapy, found that there are 3 levels of souls. There are beginner souls, intermediate souls, and advanced souls. In this research, they also found that we have many past lives. You might have had 100 past lives. In one of his sessions, he discovered this man who lived 5,000 years in past lives. And in all those years, he still had jealousy issues. So he had been working for thousands of years to heal these jealousy issues that he was having. So it took him a really long time to evolve as a soul. Now, the reason why is because he wasn't interested in growing or evolving in his lifetimes. You know how a lot of people are like talking about self-development, self-growth work, especially right now, like becoming the best version of yourself. How can you become the best you? Well, that is important, and it actually becomes really important when you're talking about your soul. Because each lifetime, you're given the opportunity to evolve and grow as much as you want or as little as you want, or you can devolve if you do a lot of bad stuff in each lifetime. So if you're consistently working on yourself, maybe even watching YouTube videos, or you get a coach or a therapist, or you're doing some courses, something that is helping you grow and become a better person, reading some books, there's many ways to do it. All it takes is you being open to it. So the one thing that holds most people back from actually growing in each lifetime is just like they're not open to it. They're not interested in it. Therefore, they don't. But if you're like, you know what? I'm a lifelong learner, which I am, like always learning, always growing. If you feel like, I know that there's still more to learn, and I recognize that there are some triggers in my life. Let's say in your relationship, you get super jealous or you get super angry. These would be triggers for you to realize that those are simply areas where you can grow. It's not that you are an angry person, it's that you might have anger issues. And if you focus on healing those anger issues, and you do heal it in this lifetime, in your next lifetime, everything follows along with you. Your personality remains the same. So you're no longer going to have the issues that you heal in each lifetime. So all that like self-development, self-growth work that you do in each life actually goes a very long way. So being an old soul means that you have grown and learned a lot in each lifetime. Does not mean you've just lived a very long time. So the two aren't related to each other. If you are an old soul, you're going to have people who have probably already told you, like, I feel like you're just an old soul, and probably at a very young age too, because if in previous lifetimes you've learned and you've grown, and let's say you've studied philosophy and you've had a bunch of experiences of falling in love and growing deeper, and in this lifetime you're a child, you still have this like ancient wisdom within you, and people can see it. Whether they're looking to your eyes, they just see that wisdom within. Or the way in which you speak, it's like you're not acting like a kid, like you just have this wisdom. That is because you are an old soul, you have that wisdom within. You also have a lot of knowledge to share. So you could be very naturally good at music, or just naturally inclined to create beautiful art, or very good at communication, conversation, etc. Because those things that you work on in each lifetime, even like something like music, that can transfer into your next life. So it all imprints upon your soul. So you're going to be just like naturally really good at things. Someone who's an older soul will also have soulmates. So specifically primary soulmates. Primary soulmates are the soulmate you fall in love with in most lifetimes. When you meet them, they are people that you've connected with on a very deep level. So if you've only had karmic relationships that just haven't been that great, you're not going to be diving deep into that soulmate and that primary soulmate kind of energy. When you meet your soulmate, you just instantly recognize them, you fall in love very quickly, and you have this feeling of just like, you just know each other. You immediately know each other. When your skin touches, you just feel this energetic spark. Often old souls have a desire to teach, often teaching about spirituality or teaching people how to become better versions of themselves. They have this desire, this innate desire to help humanity, to help the human race, because often old souls came back to Earth just to help people, to help raise the frequency of the planet, which means to raise the emotional intelligence of the planet. Sometimes these older souls don't even need to reincarnate. They don't even need to come back, but they do just to help out. Old souls also aren't going to just follow along with what everyone's doing. So one of the signs of a young soul is more that sheep, that herd mentality. Someone tells you to believe this, you just believe it. They tell you to do this, you just do it. You kind of go along with the system that's already in place on Earth. You just go along, you do it all. So for example, you might go into school, into college, go into like a 9-to-5 job and continue on. But an older soul, they might desire to create their own business. They might desire to drop out of school and do something incredible. They are more likely to be a leader, more likely to be a leader of an organization, and they are going to do things their way. They need to do it their way because they've evolved to a certain point where that is kind of the only option in their mind. Old souls are going to be very compassionate. So they're just going to have this deep wisdom within. So the younger soul might be a little bit more wild, a little more violent, where an older soul, and the older you get, the more enlightened you become, essentially. And they would you naturally have a compassion. You naturally see all sides of a situation. And also old souls are going to have this natural spiritual inclination. So they're going to be naturally spiritual. They'll naturally have this connection with the divine. They will be very interested in the spiritual side of things. Even at a younger age, they're just going to want to learn. They're going to want to grow. They're going to want to learn about all the different kind of modalities that are out there. They may look into all of different religions to really see what has been created. They might find something on their own deep connection with the divine source. Do you think that you are an old soul? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And if you enjoyed this, tap that like button and also subscribe. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys think. I'm just getting into these YouTube videos. So if you're interested to learn more, definitely let me know in the comments.